Welcome, friends! As we approach the end of 2013, I wanted to squeeze in a Paint Me Green and leave everybody with a message of love and inspiration and motivation to help you start a realistic goal-digging movement for 2014. So this vlog is entitled Goal Digging. I am super excited about 2014, and you're probably wondering why. Well, because it marks a monumental year in my life. 10 years ago, I walked across the stage at FSU in the School of Business, and I was recruited and hired to be a consultant. But life took a totally colorful turn, and my aunt and my mentor, Marcella, and my mother, who's my biggest supporter, helped me purchase what you guys know as Silly Farm. It's been a fun, exciting, scary journey, and I want to share with you guys some of the pearls of wisdom that I've learned along the way. Starting and owning a business at 22 was super scary. I'd be lying if I said that I knew what I was doing, and the truth is that I didn't. I learned a lot, I listened, I lost a ton of money, I made some money, I fought with family, and I worked 90-hour weeks. But 10 years later, I can proudly say that it's amazing what we've accomplished. The Silly Farm team has built a worldwide brand. I employ 27 people, and I get to do what I love every day of the year. So none of that actually would have been possible if I didn't live with the mindset of realistic goal digging. Not to be confused with gold digging. Goal digging involves 4 very crucial steps. And I can promise you that if you follow these steps, you too can follow your dreams and pursue a living doing what you love. So here's how you get started on that list. 1. Create a list of everything that makes you smile. I know it sounds foolish, but who cares? It's your list. 2. Create a list of everything that makes you cringe. And let's stick to just work-related things that make you cringe. So if you're talking about accounting, put that on your list. 3. Make a list of 10 things that you want to accomplish, and no less than 10, in your lifetime. And this can be anything. 4. Mark your calendars like a real calendar with a 1-year, 5-year, 10-year, 20-year goals. This is so important. These 4 steps are so very personal. Our minds are trained at a real early age to meet deadlines and goals. We turn in papers on time. We get to our jobs on time. We pay bills on time. So if you don't have a timetable that you look at and you know and you set up deadlines, then how do you know when you're going to achieve it or want to achieve it? Knowing your strengths and weaknesses is also super important. I'm human. I'm not a human resources person. I can't fire anyone, and I love to see everyone happy. If I could, I'd give away the entire Silly Farm. But I can't, and that's why I don't book anybody and why I don't handle people in the showroom. Sure, I can, but I'm not good at it. So I'm more profitable and more effective and happier when I allow other people to do their job so I can focus on the things that I love when I'm in my zone, like painting, creating, meeting people. So when I make my goals and I create those goals, I focus on those areas so that I know I'm on a mission to succeed. Lastly, my calendar, your calendar. It's not just the most important piece of the puzzle, it's the piece that can cause the most doubt and fear, feelings of failure, and kill your dreams, which is why you have to take it so serious. Having that realistic, fundamental understanding of time and the time it takes to make money or turn a profit and to create a real sound business or reaching your goals is the only way that you're going to be successful and get rid of that fear and doubt. Friends, I want you to know that goal digging is so important if you want to be successful. Equally important is planning and understanding time as it pertains to business. Think about these super successful people like Steve Jobs and Sean Diddy Combs and Beyonce. What do they have in common besides just being millionaires? Well, it took them decades to get where they're at. They invested time in learning. They didn't give up at the first sign of failure, and they just kept on pushing forward. So you're not the exception to the rule. You have to follow that same recipe for success. Because if you think that you're going to start a business and day one when you open your doors, the business is going to come flooding in, it doesn't always happen like that. So when you're adding goals to your calendar, make sure that you're realistic. It's going to be hard to say that by the end of 2014 you want to be a millionaire face painter. Hey, it could happen, but Set that up as a long-term goal so that you too can be more comfortable and proud when you finally get there. When we hear the terms gold digging, it comes from a myth that when miners would dig for gold and they thought they saw a glimpse of something shiny, that they would just dig harder and deeper. But I don't want you guys to be blinded by shiny things. Well, of course, unless it's Mama Clown glitter. I want you guys to dig deep for short, medium, and long-term goals. I want you guys to be gold diggers in 2014. Mark your calendars, make those lists, shred those insecure feelings about whether or not you can do it, because you can. So what I'm going to do to help you out is I'm going to start a challenge on my new Paint Me Green Facebook page, so you got to look it up. I'm going to start a gold digging album on my page, and I want you guys to submit your goals, tag yourself in them, tag a friend, so that we can share with each other our stories of success or some roadblocks that we may have hit. Sure, it's going to be personal, but I want to see each of you happy, and I think that when we work together, then we can be accountable for one another. So if you guys join me, then I can become one step closer to helping you get where you want to be in 2014. I wish you and your family and your artistic endeavors much love and success in 2014. I look forward to our challenge and know that there's so much in store for us all. I hope you all can join us at the Face and Body Art International Convention, and please check out my Facebook pages. So, as a little departure gift to you guys, I enlisted the help of some awesome, truly great entrepreneurs that I know to share some of their words of wisdom with you. I'm going to be including them at the end of my Paint Me Greens from now on, so I hope you enjoy. Happy New Year, everyone.
Horace Love, CEO and President of VitaLove Nutrition. I'm glad to be here this afternoon to talk about starting up a business, entrepreneurship. I was a 9-to-5 corporate guy, Monday through Friday. Some days were longer than others, some days from 7 in the morning until 8. So I took the advantage of doing something that I wanted to do, but with that came a lot of risk, sometimes failure, but it did have its overall success. First thing, I started off with a business of fitness where I was able to start out small. I was able to plan throughout some of the things that I wanted to do, and during that process, some of the things that I set out to do did not work. But over time, with the consistency, motivation, me trying to work very hard and staying on task, I was able to move forward with what I was trying to do. Most importantly, when you're starting a business, leadership. Leadership and being able to build up others around you. I started off doing it myself. Then after a while, I was able to take the business and show someone else and then hold them accountable to doing the things that they needed to do for me to be successful. It worked, and it does work because I provided the guidance and the goals and the results that were to follow. So very important that with leadership, you're able to build up another person, and in turn, they will build up someone else, and before you know it, your business is starting to flourish. But the downside is you have to dedicate your time. And if you don't dedicate your time and you do not stay on task and show them the right way of doing things and hold them accountable to it, you will not be successful. And that happened to me a couple times. I would go ahead and get comfortable with some of the things that I did and then turn around and walk away, and it did not work. So I had to go back to the drawing board, start all over again, and then work it right back to the way I wanted to. Now I will tell you this, juggling 2 jobs at the same time, starting off 7 in the morning till 8 at night, there were many nights that I had to be up till 2 o'clock in the morning. Sometimes really tired, I wanted to give up, but I didn't. I just stayed on course knowing that it would pay off. And that, to me, was success.